Is there something in you that lives independent of your physical existence? Okay. The discovery of x-rays. You can see through the body and see bones and things, all right? You realize religious people of the day said, we can see into the body. Let's x-ray people while they're on their deathbed. And as they die, let's see if we can see something rising up out of the body. Everything you are derives from electrochemical synapses running in your brain. Well, here's something interesting. You go to a funeral parlor and your friend Frederick just died, let's say. You don't say, hey, which room is Freddie in? You say, where is the body of Fred? That's a tacit admission that the body of Fred is not Fred, that Fred is something else that's no longer there. And that matches perfectly with the concept of a soul. But even if you don't believe in souls, you're probably still the person who's going to say, where's the body of Fred?
Welcome back to another deep dive within the mind. Today we're going to talk about something that happened to me a while back that took me time. This is a crazy experience that I've had that took me time to integrate and fully understand what happened to me, right? Now, remember back then when I told you, like, I had like a out-of-body experience when I was around 14 years old, where I went through a state of sleep paralysis, and through that state, I forced my consciousness out of my body and saw reality from the perspective of a disembodied perspective. Like, I didn't have a body. So that from that point on, it was like an epiphany. It was like, whoa, there's more to consciousness. And I started my investigation on, like, I started experimenting with my own consciousness. I repeated the process that got me to the out-of-body experience. I made a whole method out of it. Like, first, you have to sleep on your back. You can't sleep in any other position than your back. You have to sleep on your back with no pillow. And you have to, like, to ensure that you get into that sleep paralysis, because you need sleep paralysis for the steps to work. To set an alarm that goes in 2 hours into your sleep, so you wake up into that wakeful sleep state, like you just come out of REM sleep, you know, go use the bathroom, come back to lay down. You know, when you wake up out your dream and you're like, you got to use the bathroom, you go use it, and you still got that comforting feeling in your body, like, let me go to sleep. You lay down and you feel mad comfy in your bed. That feeling right there is where sleep paralysis takes place, and you have to stay conscious. This is the method that I came up with. Like, this is just, all I'm speaking is through my direct experience. So once you get to that state of sleep paralysis where you can't move your body and you're just like aware, that's when you try to move with your mind instead of your body. Now, the feeling that comes from exiting your body, it's like a feeling like, it's like that feeling, like, you know, when you ever been on a roller coaster and you're going up, and that zero, when you reach that zero gravity point, like that point where you feel like you're coming out your body, like, you know, like you got lifted up out the seat and the roller coaster's going down. That's the same feeling that you get exiting your body. Now, I've done a lot of traveling, astral traveling. Like, I would test it out to see if it's actually like real or if it's just all in my head, because, you know, through the same method, you can have a lucid dream. But the difference, like, I was able to tell the difference between a lucid dream and an astral projection. A lucid dream, everything is not rationed correctly. Everything is out of proportion. Like, everything is like cartoonish or just warped. But when it comes to a out-of-body experience, it's one-to-one. Everything is there. It's as you see it in life is as you see it there. A dream would combine two places into one. Like, you know, I had a dream where it combined all of my schools into one. Like, my middle school, my elementary school, and my high school was just one place, you know? So that's what would happen with a dream. It's like a copy of a copy of a copy. It's like the bootleg version of this. So there's always going to be something off about it. But an astral projection is like, you're actually still, like, you're here. This is it. But I stopped astral projecting right around the time when I was like 15. So like a year after I began, I stopped because I got spooked, bro. Like, I got spooked because usually when I first started out, there would be nothing around. It would just be like me in a spectator mode, and I would just see my body and I would see the room, and I would, you know what I mean? And it would just feel cool just going to places that I couldn't go physically. But then I started seeing things. I started seeing like other things that were aware of me, you know, and that's what like freaked me out. I was like, oh shit, I'm playing with fire here. Like I'm playing with fire here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's no books on this. There's no person to really teach you anything what you're doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so let me just stay the hell away from this stuff. Let me leave it alone. And I stopped astral projecting long after, like I stopped doing that. But I had one like a couple weeks ago that I didn't deliberately do. Like I just found myself in that state of mind. And it was like I was in this room, I was sleeping right there, and my perspective was right here looking at this side of the room. And from looking at that side of the room, I saw like some tall Enderman looking figure like just watching TV, flipping through the channels, bro. You know, when I stopped trying to like run, or when I stopped like fearing it, like I just started being like, all right, let me reason with this. Like, let me reason with what's happening, because I felt immense fear. I'm not gonna hold you. It was just an overwhelming fear. Like I don't know how else to describe this, bro. It was just so, I couldn't do anything. I was just there, and I was stuck. Basically, I was stuck. So I started thinking to myself, like, why is this thing here? Why am I here? What is happening? As soon as I thought that, question was answered with another thought. And I was like, oh, and the way how it was answered, I could tell it's not my own thought. Like, it didn't come into a way how I think about things. Like, you know how you have a way of analyzing information and breaking it down for yourself? Like, there's a method to your madness. The way how these thoughts came in was so eloquent. It was just so, it was like scientific. It was like Alan Watts. Like, it sounded like Alan Watts. Like, it was like a professor type of dialect. And it was just like so mathematical, and every word was just hitting everything. I just understood it. Boom, bam, bow. But the funny thing about it, like the funny thing about this experience is that when I would understand what he's saying, like when it came to like a deeper topics that I would ask, like questions like, why are you here? Right? That would be the next thing. It would be like, or how are you here? Like, how are you changing the channel? How are you interacting with the physical? Every time it was trying to explain something about reality, and it would get to certain parts, like I would, like something would happen where it's like a plane would pass overhead where I wouldn't catch the conversation, or like a car would drive by and I wouldn't catch I wouldn't catch what he was saying. It's like somebody telling you the ingredients to the cure to cancer, but you just can't get what they're saying. Like, they're like, okay, listen, very closely, man. The cure to cancer is, and you're like, wait, what? What? I didn't get that down. Wait, hold on, say it again. The cure to cancer is, and in that moment, it kind of like humanized the entity, because I had like this fear, like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? And then through like just that moment of miscommunication, it was kind of funny. Like, wait, what did you say? It's this. It felt like that scene out of Rush Hour where it's like two people misunderstand each other because they're reading from two different pages from two different books.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. You.
Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Now, when it comes to these spiritual experiences, it's hard to share with other people because most people live in fear. You know what I mean? Most people, when they hear of things like that, it's like they think of demons. They think of, it's demons. It's demons. And then there will be other people that just flat out just think you're full of shit. Like, well, yeah, right, buddy. Yeah, that truly happened to you. Yeah, okay, whatever. Because it never happened to them. There's people that purely live like that. Like, if it didn't happen to me, then it never happened to you, you know? Because I never went through something like, there's people that live like this, bro. But the thing I noticed about this, right? When I woke up out of that astral projection and I came back to, I rolled over, looked at the screen, my TV was on. But it wasn't playing anything. It was just like it had no signal on it. But it was on. I went to sleep with the TV off. And I had like this huge ringing in my ears. Like, I naturally have tinnitus. I think that's what it's called, where you just have this low pitch ringing in your ears. But this ringing was like, like a flash grenade came out next to me, like. So what could this encounter possibly have been? Was it a demon? Was it an angel? Was it like, you know, like what extra dimensional being? Like what could that have been? And I've been doing my research and studying and reanalyzing my memory and just trying to understand the experience of what just happened. This book came in handy. The Tibetan Book of the Dead. All right. I also have the Egyptian Book of the Dead. But I feel like this book goes into great detail as to the steps of death or the stages of death. And there's 6 stages called the 6 bardos. Now, one of the bardos is called Sidpa Bardo. This is the little illustration that comes with it. You can like make that out. I'm a visual learner too, so I don't want you guys to miss out on this experience. If it could focus. Focus. There you go. See that? It's a work of art right there. Looks like he's a wealthy man. I guess that's what the illustration is supposed to give off. Now this is what happens in the Sidpa Bardo. The deceased's consciousness is now separated from the body, but its attached to life is still such that it's like a body without substance, known as the mental or desire body. Driven unwittingly by the winds of karma, the deceased is compelled to wander the world looking for somewhere to rest, but finding nowhere. Now this is where my theory comes into play. What if that entity or that being that I came across was once alive, was once a person that roamed the earth too, and is now passed on to the astral, but is stuck there? Or I don't know, like I don't know, because you know, I asked the question like, how are you here? And it answered me, but it's like one of those things where like you just forget, like how would I say, like the answer was so profound that I just couldn't hold on to it. But the main things that I held on to that like this thing communicated to me was focus is a tool of magic. Like your focus, what you focus, like how you focus on things and pick up on the subtleties of reality, it has an interaction on reality itself. So the more focused you are, the more magic you can create in life. And that was him explaining how he was able to interact with the TV. So hey man, all of this could just be in my head. I could just be making all of this up. This is all, you know what I mean? Who knows, bro? Who knows? I'm just giving you my experience. If you resonate with it, you resonate with it. If you don't, you think it's a load of baloney, whatever, man.